Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rick Huempfner, also known as Coach Rick. Michael had many coaches throughout his sports career. I always felt blessed and was most fortunate because I was probably his first coach. I believe Michael was 6 years old when I met him for the first time on a soccer field. He was a tall, slender young boy with a contagious smile and a lot of energy. Michael was a humorous little guy, even at the age of 6. One of my fondest memories was watching Michael run around my soccer field with no shirt on. We had an inter-squad competition which required shirts versus skins because at this time we didn't have any pennies. At the beginning of the season, I could hardly get Michael to take his shirt off. By the end of the season, I could hardly get him to keep it on. He'd be running around the field showing us his pipes, his guns, and his big muscles. I think in his mind, he looked like a bodybuilder when he had his shirt off. Remember, he was only 6. The first year I coached Michael, we had a phenomenal season. We were almost undefeated. I believe we ended up the season with only 1 or 2 losses and many victories. This was a big deal, and Michael was one of my top players. I had to figure out a way to keep this kid on my team for the next season because this was a lottery pick for players, and the only 2 ways I could save a player was by one, either having his father be my assistant coach or his mother be my team mom. Being that I already had an assistant coach, there was only one option left, and that was for Karen to be my team mom for the next 5 years. I'm not sure Karen was all in on this at first because her most important thing was to raise a humble and kind, nice young man. Of course, this was every mom's dream. But as for Michael and I, in Michael's words, we just wanted to go kick some butt and win some soccer games. He was a real competitor even at that young age. As the next season started, we came out very strong. We were winning every game. This looked to be our first undefeated season. We were having one win after another, and the boys, they were having a ball. It came down to the last game, the big championship game of the season. And did I mention that these boys now were 7 and 8 years old, and after the game, we got juice boxes and chocolate-covered Rice Krispie treats, so this was a big deal. But we had to win this game to be undefeated and to be the league champs. The other team was undefeated as well. Michael, at the age of 7 and 8 years old, possessed a powerful foot. He had a cannon of a kick. He could kick the heck out of a ball. I had other good players, but no one could kick the ball like Michael. So Michael had a job on our team where he would take most of the corner kicks and the direct kicks. I had to spread around a little bit, but he got most of them, which he loved. Even at this young age, Michael shined under pressure. He was a big game player. With only a few minutes left in the game, we had a corner kick. Of course, Michael was my corner kicker. Michael could easily boom the ball past the net. So we would just set up 2 guys on the far side of the net, and they would be anxiously awaiting for Michael to kick that ball to him, because he would always get it there. And of course, the ball came, and they jumped on it, and they scored, and a few minutes later, game was over. We were champs. I mean, juice boxes, Rice Krispie treats for everybody, even me. Team Mom had us all covered. It was a number of years later when Michael was attending MSU, and my 9-year-old son Isaiah was playing a hockey game here on campus at the Munn Ice Arena. I called Michael, wondering if he was available or would like to come over and watch Isaiah play, not expecting him to say yes, knowing his extremely busy schedule with academics and football. But true to Michael fashion, he said, yeah, I would love to come visit with you, Coach Rick, and watch Isaiah play. When Michael walked into the arena, he was very easy to recognize with his big smile, and I couldn't tell you how honored I was that he came to visit with me and watch Isaiah. I was so impressed with his size and could tell he was truly working out in the weight room. This time, he did look like a bodybuilder. Although he didn't take his shirt off and run around the ice rink, it was obvious he did have big guns and big pipes and big muscles. Even more obvious, Karen and David, you did what you set out to do, Karen. You raised a humble and kind, handsome young man. This was so apparent to all of us and anybody that would meet Michael. I truly have been blessed to have been a friend, a coach, a fan, and a mentor of Michael's. And in closing, I'd like to say, as I go forward, I cannot think of what we don't have anymore. I can only look back and thank God for blessing me with the many years that I did have with Michael. God blessed us all with Michael for 24 plus years, and I deeply thank God for this. And this I say, amen, amen, and thank you.